Hey everybody, I'm Belinda Wasser, also known as Rocket Girl. And today we're going to talk about what to do when you are distracted and at home. When you're a virtual assistant, typically you work from home, and that can be very distracting. Kids are home for the summer, your spouse might be working from home these days, you've got laundry, the linen closet's a mess, there's just everywhere you look working from home, and unless you're super on top of everything, there can be a distraction. So when I'm distracted, this is what I do to sort of what I call settle down. So I can, really feel grounded and focus again on my work. Because distractions for me, they occur to me like noise. So I'm trying to calm the noise, quiet the noise so I can get back to work. So the first thing I do is I take a few deep breaths. If you're like me, I usually only breathe about to here. We need to breathe all the way down into our lungs. Take a deep breath and just take a minute. Just take a minute. Turn on some music. Make sure it's calming. For me, I listen to music all day long. I have a Pandora account. I listen to a radio station that I created called Luke Combs Radio. I'm a huge country fan. So all day long, I'm with Jason Aldean and Luke Combs and Miranda Lambert, and I find it very relaxing. Now, there are some times when I'm trying to settle down that I need to turn the music off. So it just depends on what the situation is, in that moment. So be aware that sometimes music can help and sometimes it actually can make things worse. Definitely, I do not recommend anything other than calming music when you're trying to settle down. The tendency when we're distracted and when we're having trouble getting our focus is to try to do a lot of things at once, because we figure that that'll feel better to accomplish many things at once. However, I don't think that actually works. So what you're going to want to do is pick one thing. It, in this moment, does not need to be the most important thing. It needs to be the thing that will be the most calming for you. So if you have a project that you know how to do it, there's no figuring anything out, it's just, maybe it's scheduling social media or posting something to a website that you're very comfortable with, do that first, because doing that and checking something off the list always makes me calmer. It helps me to settle down. When all else fails, make a deal with yourself. There have been times where it's like, I cannot get close to my desk. I just keep moving around, to a different part of my house, and I just can't settle down. And so I will say to myself, okay, I know you don't want to do this, but you really need to, because you have a deadline. You don't want to disappoint yourself and the client, for not hitting this deadline. So I'll say to myself, just spend an hour on it. If you spend an hour on it, then you'll be able to, decide what to do next. And typically what happens is within a couple of minutes, knowing that I can get out of jail if I need to, I settle into it, I enjoy it, and I think, why was I having such a hard time? That was actually really a lot of fun. All right, so that's how I settle down when I'm distracted. The key is to realize distractions are everywhere. It's not a matter of never getting distracted or conquering distractions. It's really a matter of knowing what to do when it happens, just knowing that it's going to. I think that's the best way to handle it. It is for me anyway. And I would love to hear what you think about distractions and how you settle down from them in a work from home environment. So please add your thoughts to the comments. I'd love to hear them. Before we go, I'm just going to invite you to my free online classroom. It's called the Virtual Assistant Connection. We're on Facebook. Just type the Virtual Assistant Connection in the search bar at the top of Facebook and just click that join button. I'd love to have you. We are a community of over 13,000 virtual assistants growing every day. There's a ton of great information over there, whether you've been a virtual assistant for a while or you're just starting out. There are videos and links to blog posts, community, and all kinds of help. So please join us. I'd love to have you. In the meantime, I'm Belinda Wasser, Rocket Girl, signing off. Bye-bye.